not cool, but I guess it's kind of cool.
It's kind of something.
Sorry.
This is genius. You ever heard of the British actor Gareth Jones?
No.
Well, Gareth Jones died of a heart attack while performing in a live televised play in 1958. The funny thing was the timing, because in this performance he was doing, his character was scripted to have a heart attack.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
All the rest of the cast just assumed that his death was that he had improvised. They had all improvised around his death and finished off the play when they realized he was actually dead.
That's what happened.
They finished the show.
He got John Rittered.
That's it. Man.
I'm trying to find something funny in British for you. I got nothing.
Yeah, nothing. All right. Well, then how about...
There you go. I like that. I like when British people do that.
All right. All right, so I'll give you a precursor to the next one. Greek. Do you have anything Greek there? The Greek philosopher Chrysippus of Soli. He is said to have died of laughter after watching a donkey trying to eat his fig.
That's probably not exactly true.
Yeah.
I think he probably died from lack of blood flow to the brain. But yeah, that sucks. I worried about that when the first time I saw The Big Lebowski. I thought that was going to happen to me.
Die of laughter.
I was choking on a Pepsi. I was laughing so hard because it's just a fucking brilliant movie.
Yes, it is. This is awesome.
That's stupid. I don't have anything cool in Greek. Oh, here's some Greek music. Nah, it's too late now.
In 1567, a man who at the time had the longest beard in the world died after he tripped over his beard running away from a fire.
That just sounds like... What do you even say to that? Like, how...
Damn. So, it's one thing to have a long beard, guys. But there's a point where it gets a little stupid. If you trip over it, that's just dumb. It doesn't need to be that long.
Yeah, that's just... I don't even know what to say. Like, what do you... Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Why do you have the longest beard in the world? Who cares? Why would that be a thing that you want to have, first of all?
It's just... I don't get it.
That just makes me mad. That one made me mad. Now I'm mad.
All right, well, here's one they'll make up for it. Austrian tailor Franz Reichek thought that he had invented a device that could make men fly. And he was so confident on this that he jumped off the Eiffel Tower while wearing it.
That's awesome.
It didn't work and he died.
No, it definitely didn't. And he probably had just enough time to think about what he had done before he died, which is great. I've made a terrible mistake. Splat.
Exactly. I forgot to carry the two. Damn it.
That sucks. Like I hate the idea of knowing I'm going to die for any length of time. Like if your parachute doesn't open or something like that.
Oh.
And you just have time to think, okay, this is about to hurt for a second and then not, so this is going to suck really bad.
Yeah. The only good thing, I mean, if you're, like, I mean, you hear about these people that have survived jumping out of a fucking plane, like 15,000, 20,000 feet, they actually survive it. I don't know if I'd want to survive that because you're shattering everything. Like,
yeah, one guy, I saw a video where it's a helmet cam video. And his parachute doesn't open, and he's falling and falling and falling, and then you just hear a thump, and then the camera goes fuzzy, and then you just hear, I fucking lived! It was awesome, but he drove his knees, like his hips, like into his stomach, and he was all kinds of messed up. But it's better than being dead. Anything's better than dead, I think.
I don't agree with that. I actually don't at all. I think death could be a lot better than a lot of other situations.
I don't know.
Well, never know until you try it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not willing to try it yet.
Russian physician Alexander Bogandov.
That a boy?
He was one of the guys that was pioneering blood transfusions. The thing was, he was doing it to himself, thinking it would give him long life, and they actually killed him because he suffered an adverse reaction to it.
Yeah, of course he did. And what do you do? You can't just give yourself a blood... Oh, Jesus Christ. What's wrong with people? These guys are like the doctors of their day, and these aren't that long ago. Like,
No.
They're definitely not long enough to like trust doctors anymore. But that's why their country is so far ahead.
Okay. This next one is genius. I mean, this is the level of genius that we've all strived for in life. Fuck, now I gotta stand up. Hang on.
That's like change. Sorry, go ahead.
In 1900, American physician Jesse William
Another physician.
Lazier, he tried to prove that yellow fever was transmitted by mosquitoes. How, you ask? By letting infected mosquitoes bite him.
That's not a good idea.
Well, he died of the disease, so he proved himself right.
Well, that's great. Good on you. I hope you got to enjoy that.
Right?
That's disco fever.
Disco fever. I would love to know what his last words were. I told you so.
Yeah. Like, I don't.
Life is like, thank God you're gone. Fuck, you're an idiot.
There's certain situations where you just don't want to be right.
Yeah.
That would be one of them, I would think. Like, I don't try it on yourself when there's perfectly good other people to experiment on.
Tons
Criminals,
of people.
we got jails full of criminals to test this stuff out on.
Yeah. The fuck.
Especially in 1900 when no one cared about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they've got to worry about their feelings, and it's gonna hurt. We don't want him to hurt. Fuck you. He hurt people. You should hurt more.
Absolutely.
Test cosmetics on them. Test COVID vaccines on them. Test whatever. Everything.
Yeah.
Hey, how does this bullet feel?
Except for cures. Don't test those. Just test the deadly diseases on them.
Can you guys fill out this survey on how this bullet feels going in? Thanks.
Thanks. Appreciate it. It's a quick questionnaire. Just pain ratio. That's all we need to know.
What are you going to do? You're not going anywhere. I'd be a bad prison guard.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, I'd be the worst. Just stand there. I'd get my ass kicked every day. So I'd just be making fun of them, and then a gate wouldn't close properly, and I'd be fucked.
Yep. This next one is just brutal. Edward Harrison was playing golf in Washington State in 1951 when his driver snapped, and the shaft lodged in his groin.
That sucks. And you know what? I believe I know this story, or someone's done something similar.
Well, this poor bastard staggered about 100 yards before bleeding to death.
That sucks.
Oh, it sucks so bad.
Does that get marked as a hole in one?
It has to. You got to give him that. You have to. There's no way it can't be.
Getting stabbed in the groin just sounds terrible, but with like a jagged, broken golf club, that's pretty rough.
And the thing is that's like hollow in the middle, so that's just got places where that blood can just flow right into. You know what I mean?
What kind of shitty clubs was this guy using?
It was 1951. They're wooden still. Actually, no, it would have been a wooden club back then.
I have no idea.
Oh man. Paul
that story
G.
would only have been better if it was like the driver of his limo.
Stabbed him in the groin. That's funny. Paul G. Thomas, he was the owner of a wool mill. Well, he ended up falling into one of his machines in 1987 and died after being wrapped in 800 yards of wool.
That sucks.
That cannot have been a good day for you.
No, and how do you die getting wrapped in wool? Like, that's not going to be quick.
No, that's suffocation. That's slow.
Like, suffocation or crushing or just I don't know. Then
800 yards is quite a bit of wool.
And they couldn't just run up and shear him real quick?
Well, that's what I'm trying to. I mean, like, literally, this is why, folks, this is why you carry around a pocket knife. He could have been saved in no time.
I do not carry around a pocket knife.
I do not leave the house without it.
Yeah,
so if anybody wants to try to rob me, keep in mind, I always got something on me.
You're a knifey guy, though.
Right. Damn right. Proud of it. So in 1518 in Strasbourg.
Do you think anybody made fun of him for being a sheep? You're a sheep. Stop being a sheep.
You weren't such a sheep, this wouldn't happen.
Karen.
So in 1518 in Strasbourg, several people danced themselves to death during a month-long dance fever.
I've been there. I know how that feels. I don't know how many times I've been so close.
Hundreds of people danced for about a month for no clear reason. There was no winning at the end. It was just, we're going to dance for a month.
Was it like a religious thing?
No, it was just called Dance Fever of 1518.
Well, they burned witches and ate kids and believed in sacrifices and thought you could bloodlet. And that was a good idea too. So we weren't smart in the 1500s.
No,
we were.
No.
I don't want to meet like people from then, but we were like retarded. We were basically just dumb gorillas, hairless gorillas.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things like back then, if you went to the doctor, you were lucky to come home after.
Oh, you usually didn't. Most doctors didn't practice on people. They just played with cadavers.
Yeah.
Like, no one would go to a doctor for, like, treatment.
No need for that.
They just studied dead people back then, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I love? That this is not that far back. It's like the 1800s, but there was a debate over where a man's supposed to walk on Facebook a while ago. Like, on the outside or the inside, blah, blah, blah. And that has changed, but at one time, you walked on the inside so that there was no danger of a woman being hit by people emptying their chamber pots.
Yes.
And I was just like, that was a fucking thing we did. Civilized people, that was our answer at the time. Just throw our shit out the window, like onto the street. Could you imagine if we did that today? Just fucking every morning we just fucking dump. Like, imagine what the streets smelled like. And, like, the most gentlemanly thing you can do is just make sure it doesn't splash on your girlfriend, but you're still covered in shit all day. Oh, my God. Then that was, like, civilized people.
Like, I just couldn't imagine, like, if you're, like imagine living in, like literally, like, you have, like, a farm in the middle of nowhere. Like, he's going to make fucking patch on a farm for your own thing. And then you're like, I'm gonna move into the city. As soon as you get close, it's just gonna stink of shit.
Oh yeah.
And then what convinces you to say, you know what? I need to be a part of this. No.
I want to just live somewhere where I dump shit out the window. Oh my God, what a fucking And then think of the 1500s. That was like the 1800s when we were normal. Think about the 1500s, like 300 years less progress than that.
Yeah, that was considered progress.
We must have been just eating. Oh, what do we do with all this shit? I don't know. Eat it. Gross. Oh, humans are fucking filthy. That's why you should all have COVID. I'm surprised we didn't get COVID sooner.
According to the government, we all do. So
Oh yeah, yeah, we do. And did you see that in Austria? I think it was Austria or somewhere like that, where the fucking can of Coke tested positive.